What is up, everyone? Thank you for joining us tonight. Have my co-host here, Mr. Brandon Vance. We will be having Boston up here with us shortly. She was just running a little late. So yeah, tonight if on our last episode we had Brendan here. Since that episode, we have talked to another credible source that was around these times, and some information was given to us that kind of corrects what we had said about a few things, more so with the ongoings of how the haunt worked itself. So once Boston gets back here, we will talk about that, and she'll fill everybody in so that we can make sure that we are giving out just facts. But real quick, just a few shout outs here. There's so many people here, so I'm sorry if I don't get everybody. Sam's Pretty Paranormal, good to see you. Stacy's back in the house. Breezy Tree, Taylor, Tim, Art. Let's see. Bia, Sugar. I know I said that name totally wrong. Hillary, Luke, Lindsay. All right. So Heather Dizzle's in the house.
Nathan's in too.
Friend. Oh, we got Nathan in here. Fantastic. Good to see Nathan here. I see a lot of Facebook users. I can't bring you up there. Frank Newberry, Amber Love Reigns. Nice. The one and only fabulous Heather Dizzle, but also Dr. Frank Seaworth is in the house. Dr. Frank Seaworth, I really don't like that person.
I don't either. I heard he's fat. I heard he's ugly. You know, all kinds of really bad stuff.
So, while we're waiting on Boston, we didn't get to finish all the videos that we wanted to show of the year 2011 because we had our guest up and we were having a great conversation and we didn't want to take away from that conversation, but we did want to show some of the testimonials that were posted. And once I'm done scrolling through 550 videos, we can put that up. If you are following us on YouTube and you do not know, we have a group, McKamey Manor Road Trip on Facebook. The link is in the description. Please come and find us and help us continue our exposing of Russ McKamey and McKamey Manor. And I found this testimonial. So this is about a 9-minute testimonial video. Pause this. Let me share my screen. I'm getting good at learning how to share these screens. I'm so proud.
Yeah, man, you're rocking.
I'm rocking and rolling. I'm doing everything. See, I need Boston to do this because she's like my secretary, right?
You mean your assistant? Yeah.
My assistant. No, I joke. Boston is great and has always been my best friend. So, yeah. Brandon is a close runner-up, but I don't know. There's something about him that I just don't.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. So, all right, let's start watching this, and then Brandon, feel free to tell me to pause if you see anything that you want to point out. But this is testimonials from the 2011 McKamey Manor.
I've been to Knott's, I've been to Universal, been to Ghost Ship, and everything in San Diego. This is completely different. This is completely different. It ain't the haunted trail.
Our new haunted house friend.
Holy
Our
shit.
new haunted house friend. That was the bomb. I don't know. I was scared. I'm scared. I'm wet. No. I have to pee.
So, Brandon, do you feel that anybody who comes out of a boo haunt should look and sound like this afterwards? What are your feelings on that? Because I know you like being scared. I do too. I think there's limits, though.
Well, I think there's limits, and especially given that we got to remember, this isn't a professional haunt. This is a boo haunt. I mean, this is a home haunt, right? That's obviously he's trying to take to the next level. This is kind of on the cusp of him, going to the super extreme. I mean, there's still kids there. The fact of the matter is we still have to remember that these people are coming out saying these things, and there's children actors in there right now, right?
Yeah.
They're untrained children actors. And if they're that scared and had to go through all this, I mean, it's hard to look at it in a vacuum without taking, everything else into context. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, the waiver, this was the waiver boo haunt at this point, but still. So this was one of the things that I want to correct that I found out after talking. I feel like it's okay for me to say that I spoke with Carol a little bit, and she corrected us on some of the stuff. There was always a waiver for the home haunt, and the parents did have to sign the waivers for the kids. Now, the parents didn't have to go in with them. She said it was about a 50-50 split. Sometimes the parents would join them. The other times the parents would wait on the front lawn for them. But there was a waiver signed so that the parents knew what the kids were getting into.
And just so I'm on the same boat. So is this before or after Brendan, whenever he was an actor? Because I thought he was 2010, or was it 2010?
This testimonial is from the year he was acting.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, just making sure. So there was a waiver at this point, and the parents stayed on the lawn.
If the parents didn't want to go through, they would stay on the lawn and wait for them, or in their cars.
Yeah.
It wasn't mandatory that the parents went through. I was told that it was really a split decision on the parents if they wanted to or not. Some did, some chose to, and others decided to wait outside for their kids.
Well, so let me ask you that question then, right? Have you ever been to an extreme, or not an extreme haunt, ever been to a boo haunt that requires a waiver that doesn't say all minors must be accompanied by an adult?
No, I haven't. And I think that parents should be going through with their kids. Now, I personally don't think kids should be hooded. I don't think kids should be going through a haunt where there is aggressive movement of any sort.
Yeah.
I don't feel that anything that we are witnessing in these testimonials, and mind you, I will put this on the record, I never went through this. We know how Russ edits. We know how he makes it look one way or the other, but even this testimonial right here, this is a grown adult. So I'm basing my opinions on this. If this woman is coming out of this haunt looking like this, I don't feel that children should be going through alone. Teenager, older teenager, maybe we have some. No, I'm trying to think. We call them touch haunts, right? Those are your boo haunts where the actors are allowed to kind of move you aggressively. They don't do anything crazy. It's usually like pushing you against a wall or getting in your personal space, right? And I believe even those you have to be 18 and up. And I lost Brandon. Brandon just left. So while Brandon's gone, I will continue playing the video.
Are you going to come back and do that again?
I don't know.
Wow.
No.
It sucked because I was first. So
Were you scared?
yeah, I was pretty scared.
Was it scary?
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
pretty scared.
You going to come back and see us again?
Probably not.
Scared them.
That's gnarly. I thought you guys were crazy, but
And you're getting a lot of adults saying it's gnarly, and I think at this time,
I hate clowns.
while there was
Clowns.
a little more physicality to it than other haunts out there,
Did you expect all that?
I just like just go around the backyard.
for an adult to go through at this point, I'm not saying that
I
anything.
thought I was gonna die. Like,
You know, from what I'm seeing, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what they're going through at this point.
Yeah.
Me and you have gone through rougher shows. However, we knew what we were getting into. So I guess that begs a whole nother question. Did these people know? Because I guess they did, because he even asked that last guy, did you expect it to be like that? And the guy said no.
Well, how did they get the word out back in 2011? Because I remember when I first heard about it, I think it was 2013, right? So back in 2011, and I remember Brendan saying that people were lined up like around the block, like how did word get out?
So, I mean, we saw as early as 2010, FearNet was doing specials on them. Now, I don't remember the exact year, and I'm sure maybe because as we're doing this deep dive, we end an episode and then we start researching the next episode, so it's all fresh in our head. And I haven't come across the Discovery Channel America's Craziest. I believe that was a few years later. That's when I originally found out about the manor.
Yeah.
So let's keep going.
I thought you guys were like literally gonna kill me. Very hands-on. When the guys are yelling at you like you're a piece of trash and like a drill sergeant.
I have yet to ever do an extreme haunt, and neither has Brandon.
Yeah, what is an extreme haunt? Never heard of it.
I don't know if that was even directed at us. I just wanted to be an ass for a minute.
That was the scariest thing.
Are you gonna come back again?
Sorry,
next year?
whoever that was.
Are you ever gonna come back and see us? Never?
No.
Did
I
you
feel like I'm gonna faint right now.
Yeah, that's the best freaking haunted house I've ever been through, and I hate haunted houses, and I hate this one the most.
So I want to point this out. Extreme haunts were basically not a thing at this point in time, right? Blackout victim experience was early, and McKamey Manor had major hype, but many people had no idea what to expect of a contact boo haunt at this point in time. We had Miss Koozie backstage, and she bounced out again.
She had to go get you coffee.
And I'm the wrong woman. I would recommend diapers, honestly. If that's the kids' one, I kid you not. I peed my pants. I've never been so scared in my life.
You know, I thought
I've always wondered, do people really pee their pants in haunts? Like, you always see that when you walk in.
Sort of run of the house.
Yeah, I've never.
Real plain haunted
I
house
peed on
where
myself
you got a
at
monster
McKamey Manor,
coming
but-
out. But no, let me tell you, this haunted house doesn't like
You
no
know,
other.
Russ does a good job
ghosts.
here
They give you the
with how many
chainsaws.
people
But you know
went
what?
through
More than
that year, right?
They include you into the haunted house.
Think
I mean,
about
look at me,
that.
man. I'm
How
just
many
soaking
people
wet.
went through
This
that
is the
whole
haunted house that
season?
you want to be at. Bar
And
none. Best
we're only
haunted
seeing a
house
9-minute
ever.
video of
I never want to do that again.
positive criticism, right?
Seriously?
Yeah.
This is the scariest stuff ever.
That's not many.
Yeah, wow.
No,
having
it's
those masks
not.
on was freaky.
Can you put it on
Didn't know
pause?
where we were going,
Yeah.
what was going on, and then
So I've been trying to pay attention. I've been, passively listening to what they're saying, but I've been really trying to pay attention to the background. And in the background so far, there seems to be like very little activity. I haven't seen this long line that they're talking about, right? And I think that goes, that's always been kind of a question of mine. When Brendan said that, they only had like so many groups that went through because it's like 45 minutes, 45-minute cycles.
Yeah.
I can see that lasting for like maybe 1 or 2 weekends during his extended haunt season before people just realize that, there's no point in standing in line for hours and hours and hours in the hopes of getting through. So I don't know. I'm just suspecting that line wasn't nearly as long.
What?
You booted Brandon.
Sorry.
Hi, Boston.
Hi.
You know what? We'll do it like this so that we got all three of us. So let's see. Somebody said about St. Louis. I don't know any extreme haunts in St. Louis. Am I drawing a blank on that, Brandon? I don't know. I don't think any in the St. Louis area.
No, I don't remember any. So Luke was saying probably 140 people went through 2 months. Every Friday goes up to 4, around 45 groups. So that's right. Luke one of the ones that was there?
No, Luke is just very well informed. If this is the same
okay.
person I was talking to earlier,
Yeah.
and forgive me if you're not, but they have done their research on the manor and come up with a lot of the facts.
Yeah, because I mean that was going to be my other question, because he went from like what, September 2nd to the end of October. It's a long season, but they're only doing it on Fridays, or is it Friday and Saturday and Sunday, or
you know, I we can't hear you, Boston. You're muted.
Sorry, are you asking about questions about the haunt in 2011?
Yeah.
In 2011, it was, from everything that I found, it was just October, except when we had Brendan on, he said, well, this is September too. So I could have been wrong, but there was a 2012 announcement video saying September and October. Like that was a new thing for that year. So I know that it was, at some point it was just the month of October, and then it changed to include both months.
And I'm seeing a lot of people saying Friday and Saturday. So Friday and Saturday, what? So we got 2 months, so we got about 8 weekends, let's say, just to do some easy math. 8 weekends and about 20 people 20 people a night going through. So that's about 160 people.
Yeah.
Welcome to the panel. Yeah.
People are saying my mic is a little quiet. Is
Oh,
that better?
it's better now. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No,
sorry I was late.
Fine.
Yeah, so let's keep watching the video, and welcome Josh to the panel.
Opening the mask to have
Appreciate it.
And a chair with a saw coming in his face. That was ridiculous. Crazy.
I was terrified from the moment I was out front, and rightfully so. I screamed the entire way through it. People were, I don't even want to tell you, it was crazy. I don't want to do it again.
I don't know, dude. I'm speechless about this. This is over the top.
So we got the onesie. This is the first onesie that I've seen.
Oh, can you put it on
That
pause?
was just a Halloween costume.
Well, have you noticed that they're wearing name tags? A lot of them have been wearing name tags. Like, was that like a thing back then, or?
I don't know. We didn't really dive into that. I mean, we have seen one.
Can we, because we have a ton of 2012 footage to go through, can we just watch this and then we'll talk about it afterwards?
Yeah, so for copyright reasons, I don't want to play long clips, so I kind of don't even want to go through the whole 9 minutes of this with all the footage that we have, because it's just kind of people. We've already made the point. Russ is picking and choosing very positive reviews. We're seeing maybe
a handful.
I think that there's the majority of these have been positive. I'm not saying all of them.
But I don't think he's picking and choosing the ones that are positive or not. In my opinion, Russ wants these people that are super happy and having a great time. There's a part of him that's a little disappointed if he didn't scare them enough. What I see, and the reason I wanted to show this video tonight, is because if we have time at the end of this episode, we're going to show the 2012 testimonials. Or we'll start next episode. Or we'll start next episode off. There's a really, really, really stark difference between the testimonials each year. And it's because I think 2011, you see that a lot of people come out a little surprised. Like, whoa, that was way more, scary than I was expecting. That was pretty intense. Whereas in 2012, it was a little more anger. A little there was some more like I really think that this crossed the line. I think at some point maybe we clip together, we'll make a video where we clip together maybe like 2 minutes from each year of testimonials and just have people see the difference in a short clip,
I think that's good. where I kind of do disagree with you about you saying that Russ is upset. I feel like this is a front to make the haunt look safe.
Well, back then I think he thought it was.
Yeah, he does think it is, but after we've seen some of the stuff that happens, we're not seeing some of the stuff that the kids have gone through, right?
Right.
It was good. It was really scary. And really wet.
What's the scariest thing for you?
Getting stuck in the chair.
You want to go home now?
I am scared really badly.
You can just hear it in his voice, the way he talks to that girl, as opposed to like, yeah,
Wait.
that was awesome, you know.
It was really like, oh my god, that was scary.
You can talk over it, Brandon.
No, I know.
And Josh.
It was amazing. It's the best thing I've seen. We went to Universal Studios. And
No, he doesn't even look like he went through the haunt.
Yeah.
Everybody else is soaking wet.
Oh my gosh, that was the scariest thing ever.
He was wet.
Oh my gosh, no way. Your guys' house is crazy. I don't know if I can do that again. The mask, because I couldn't see anything. You were just grabbing me, and I was all on my
And
own.
think about this, guys. This is all positive feedback. And in his head, he's like, oh, the mask really gets him.
oh man, the blindfold,
You know?
the people grabbing you, the chainsaws actually.
Twice
touching you
now
and
we've
everything
heard about the
is
people
really freaking out.
grabbing
The
you.
people
That was
grabbing you.
amazing. I went to all the haunted hotels in San Diego, and this is by far the best one. I actually cried. Look at my makeup.
It was pretty trippy, very trippy.
You scared in there?
Yeah.
You look kind of nervous right now. Who's behind you? Who's behind you? Oh, I'm just kidding you. Just kidding you.
Agree with that,
I don't
Amber.
like drowning.
Good to see you, sweetie.
I don't like
Awesome,
drowning.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
like drowning.
This is a home haunt.
Intense, every sense, sight, sound, touch. Obviously, it's great.
It was horrifying.
That's awesome.
I got out.
It was awesome. If I could do it again, I would. It's really scary, but
Some of them are,
I made
Stacy,
it
yeah.
through. I didn't think I could.
I think some are.
Crazy.
I would be.
There's nothing I've done like that. That was crazy.
Oh my god. Oh, terrifying. Terrifying.
Awesome. If you want to go to a haunted
That
house,
guy's
this
from
is the place to
Boston.
be.
I don't know
Right
who
here.
they are,
This is
but they
it.
have to be from
Number one.
Boston.
Oh, it's very
Number
scary.
one kid.
Very hands-on. Yeah.
Very hands-on. We hear that again.
I'm done. I
Well, he's used some of the same people more than once.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah, he's cutting them all up.
I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have done.
You know he doesn't talk to him for a second and let him leave.
Well, stop. You see that she's got a. You see, she's got
Did we
a
just
kind of
lose Josh?
stuff on her face. Like, other than, I know it's probably fake blood or whatnot, but I'm wondering if that was in the waiver. You know what I mean?
I want to rewind it a little bit because I think she said something very important here.
No.
I shouldn't have done it. What do I think? I wanted out, and I couldn't get out. It's scary, guys. Don't go in.
I wanted out and I couldn't get out.
Guys, leave right
Yeah,
now. It's
but
better
there
for
needs to
you,
be more
really.
content.
It was scary. That was so scary. Yeah, when you guys dunked me in the water, that was the freakiest thing ever.
You guys dunked me in the water.
It was really scary, but fun, but really scary. Like, I'm like shaking. Oh my god. It was so scary. It's not even funny. It was the scariest thing ever. It was freaking scary.
Scary. Very bad. Scary. I was literally in tears.
Flippin' scary. I did not like it. Water could have at least been warm because I get cold and I won't shit myself. That's all I have to say.
That was probably the scariest.
Like, I mean, how do you guys feel? You guys think these kids are too young to be going through this?
Oh my gosh, I am never quitting the hunt.
I don't know. I think with teenagers, I don't know.
Miserable, and
In a
Yeah,
physical touch?
Huh?
In a physical touch haunt?
I don't know, getting
Yeah, I don't think kids should go through.
I'm
it.
gonna
It
say
depends on
you-
how old they are. If they're like
Stop. I think it was so
16, 17 years old,
I just
like
want to go home. I'm so
This
wet.
isn't a professional hunt. This is a home hunt. That's the only reason I'm going to say no.
Right.
Because this is not professional.
Scary, and I got
There's no
soaking
insurance.
wet,
There's
and, like,
no
half the time everyone
none
was
of this.
touching me, and I didn't know where I was.
Right.
And I was by myself. I don't know. I was scared to death.
um
Putting the mask over my face, and I didn't know where I was. And I was by myself and couldn't grab onto anyone.
yeah.
And they picked
The
me
majority
up
of people are
and spin
saying
me around.
yeah,
I didn't know
18
where I
plus.
was.
I think that's
Yeah,
fair.
It's pretty legit. That's pretty scary.
I think I
This
say
is the place
like
to be if you want to get scared.
maybe
Yeah, it was
teenagers
really
fine just because you can
That
see
was it.
some of the
It was 1
kids
out of 10.
having
This is-
like
this is
and they're
number
probably
one
just trying to
rated
impress their friends, but some of these kids here are like, yeah.
So
That's
I've
so
been
awesome.
I've been to touch haunts before where they do allow younger in, however they put something on them that prevents them, like the actors know
I thought I was gonna die.
I
Right.
can't.
And I thought I was gonna pee my pants a little bit. That was terrible. It was so scary. Oh my
Good
God.
point, Heather.
Mary's really scary.
Very good point.
This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I almost peed my pants.
Yeah, they hood the kids.
And it does make me wonder, like I know that the parents had to sign a waiver, but I wonder if it like goes into all the detail
That was the
of
best
what's
one I've been to.
gonna
I've been
happen.
all
Because unless you go through yourself, you don't know what it's gonna
So
be
that was-
like.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was scary as hell. I thought I was gonna die in there.
Really scary, dude.
Yeah, I
scary.
agree. The
Did you expect all that in there?
No.
That was so awesome! Oh my God!
I think we're good on this, Chris.
Oh, are we?
We've got
Freaking awesome!
a ton of 2012, a ton
I
of parts of
know.
2012
You
to
wanted
go
to
through.
finish it.
I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I didn't. I said I want to.
Okay.
The only reason I wanted to show this part at the beginning, some of it, was to show the 2012 and the comparison. I think eventually I will, or one of us, I'll make one of these lovely gentlemen do it for me. I want to put together like a few minutes from each testimonial year and then just have them in one short video so you can see the changes. Because they're gradual and then suddenly they're what we see in
Hold on.
2014,
Can I ask-
15, 16.
Can I ask Josh something?
Oh shit.
Josh, are you shooting like OnlyFans or something? Like, what's up with the Christmas lights?
Stop.
It's the season, man. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
You have a table of snowmen. That dance.
Dancing snowmen, no less.
That's right, I do. That is right.
Yeah. Play it.
Hey, everybody, this is
Is that my favorite
All
one?
right. Okay, let's get back on track here, okay?
Oh, now we're going to get caught.
Yeah, I appreciate you attempting to shout out my only
Santa.
toes, but let's not do that right now.
Only toes.
The Josh's only toes link will be found in the description of the video.
It is not for the weak-hearted, let me tell you.
Is this the first? Is this when this little cage thing first comes in?
This is the first time I've noticed it.
I believe this is also, I can't see because our stuff at the top. Is this part 1, Chris? You're about to play?
Yes.
So I believe what we're about to see is also the first time in Russ's movies where he gives a lovely introduction about some of the changes that are going to be coming for 2013. So I want to make sure people don't get confused. I could be wrong because I last watched this like a week ago. But he sets up the series by explaining all the crazy things that are coming for 2013 and then says, now let's watch this 2012 movie. So keep that in mind with what he's saying, and then what we're about to see, there will be differences.
from McKamey Manor here in sunny San Diego. I'm in the ever popular cage, the snake chair, which you'll see more of as we get towards the end of the tour. Had a lot of requests to do the 2012 video. I wasn't going to do it this year because I'm so busy with the new hunt, but I thought, okay, what the heck. So we're going to go ahead and do some of this and see what happens. I'm going to start posting a few of the acts, and I have no idea how many acts it's going to take to get through the complete tour. Takes roughly 2 hours to
So-
complete the 2012
Yes
tour.
and no,
You're
the
actually going through it, and you're going to see
Let's
it all
listen.
from start to finish. So this is going to be for the diehard haunted house fans. I don't expect everybody else to sit here and watch 2 hours.
I'm
worth
gonna
of
hide us for a quick
If you're
second,
interested to see
but
what's going on, it's a lot of fun.
Can you pause
A lot of
it?
good footage, so
Yeah.
There's stuff I don't want to miss that he just said. Did he say for 2013? Did he say 2 to 3 hours?
he said 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. So that would make me believe that we're still at 50 minutes roughly, or 60 minutes for 2012 then.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and like Luke says, he hears it averages about 45 minutes, which I agree.
Someone else said something that I don't want to miss. The said, okay, so 2013 is the flick of the switch. Essentially, 2012 was the flick of the switch. What we're about to watch, you guys, for the 2012 season, there was some kind of light bulb moment that happened. That mixed with the fact that, and we'll cover this next week, but in 2013, the haunt didn't run. It was supposed to be moved to a ranch, the ranch, and we will cover that all in our next episode. But they didn't end up doing a haunt, and we have confirmed that with when we spoke with Carol that was a non-year haunt.
Yeah, but we got like 2 hours of footage. Keep going.
What's new at the haunt? Well, the new thing is that we're moving. So we're going to be in a different location, and it's kind of is where it's going to be. It's about 30 minutes from here. So for you folks that want the extreme haunted house experience, this is it. A lot of folks thought we were going to dumb down the
as
experience,
Boston
which
was
we're
just
not.
talking
It's
about,
gonna be
he's
even
already
worse. Like,
announcing the
we got
next
some
year
crazy
of this
things being built
happening.
right now. Oh my goodness, there's things that you've never seen
However,
before, I guarantee you.
it didn't pan out and didn't happen, which is one of the reasons why there was no haunt in 2013.
Quit, it'll be gone. 20 minutes, that's going to be it. The new tour is going to be.
Well, that's a really interesting story. Are we going to get into that too?
Yeah, we will as we progress with the timeline. I don't want to jump
Next week.
into talking about 2013 just yet.
Things you've never seen before. Okay, I want to address a couple of things. Folks are always asking me, are making comments on YouTube saying, hey, this is illegal, you can't do this.
Just the move of his haunt.
It's all about how you present it, in the sense that it's well controlled. This is a home haunt, or it was a home haunt. Nobody's in danger. I'm there every step of the way. Everybody knows exactly what's going to happen. This is not a conga line, so no one's going through the haunt on their own.
First time we hear this too.
And everybody signs a waiver, a very detailed legal waiver. They get tons of warnings before they go in. Plus, they all know what's happening anyways. They talk to people, they see the videos, so they all know.
What this tells me
That's
is he
why they
started
come
getting
around
some complaints
miles
in
and miles and
2012.
miles. We got people flying in from Chicago last year just to go to the haunt and fly back again. It's crazy.
This was the start of the downfall, I believe.
Before the show opens up. I mean, it's nuts. So they know what's going on, and they are well
Absolutely.
warned. I warned them numerous times. The person checking them in warns them.
Covering all his bases.
I warn them again before they go. I
Yeah.
try to talk
I
them out
warn
of
them,
it.
I warn
They
them, I warn them.
And the first time we see this, right?
Please change
Yeah.
the comments. No more.
I just feel bad for the person who had to pay for all that stuff.
Do I recommend it?
Yeah.
Don't recommend it. It has to be done
You
in a
know?
smart, safe way, but it's not illegal at a home free haunt. Okay? So everybody, enjoy the video. Let me know what you think.
You know that's not what he gives them,
Several
Discovery
sections. It's gonna be
Haunts.
up to 20, 25 sections of 10 minutes
20
each.
to
It's gonna
25
be the
sections,
tour.
10 minutes
So,
each.
all right, we'll see you, and we hope to really see you
So
next year
yeah,
at
this
the
is
new 11
like
acre
Boston was saying earlier. This was one of his first long intro openings that he starts adding, and they start getting longer because everything always has to outdo the last one. I think when we get to Then There Were None, his introduction is an hour long.
Yeah.
Halloween Craziest is going to be on the Travel Channel.
So he's
We're also
talking
on Making
about a few
Monsters last year,
shows.
but
So me and Brandon were actually just talking about this before you came up. How did people find out about this? And I said I had seen it on Halloween's Craziest. So it's being announced. He announced that they filmed it, and it was probably advertised right before 2012. So
I just noticed that head up there. That is a really realistic looking head.
oh yeah, that's a really creepy head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really something. So some good stuff. So
Yeah, fun fact is for us, his first victim.
send your responses. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later, 2013, at the bigger, better,
Before diving head first.
scarier, more extreme McKamey Manor. Take care.
Yeah. So essentially, we can talk over this while you guys read.
Yeah.
But essentially, he is like, okay, I'm going to show you guys what happened last year, even though I wasn't gonna. And he probably wasn't gonna because he was getting a shit ton of complaints. And instead of toning things down, he thought, you know what? Let's make it more extreme and just gaslight everyone and tell them, well, you all knew what you were getting into.
So when you heard about me, 2012.
So we still have the story
So
going
we
on
still
at
got
the
the
beginning.
story. I am going to. The story continues just like all the time. Don't look at the axe murderer in the eye.
And children were still allowed for this year, right?
Yes.
Secret is simple.
Yep.
Yeah, he said parents have to be on site to give permission. Yeah, see, look at the name tags.
Yeah, he had name tags for all of them, Brandon. Like, or all the years that we could see at least, starting from 2000.
So we're back in the jungle room. Now, I feel from the past episodes that we watched, this is a lot more aggressive here.
Well, Brendan said that he was in a ghillie suit, and that was a
In
ghillie
2011, but yeah.
So they just ripped duct tape off her eyes. That's
That's a new addition. We didn't have duct tape in 2011.
I'm not going anywhere anymore for Halloween.
Oh, this poor girl. That made me feel so bad when I heard that.
Yeah, so duct tape, the new addition, which is something that he has found to love.
Full on face grabbing, fingers in eyeballs. Again, anything you guys notice as you're watching, if you've been following along the past 2 years, please comment. Or 3 years now.
The face painting. I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to have some testimonials as well mixed in.
Yeah.
What's interesting is he calls this the... Unlike the other years, his footage of 2012 is not linear. Like the other years, he followed one person, kind of made them his star, and you're not going to really see that this time, but...
Yeah.
That's amazing. By far the best thing I've ever been to in my life.
Really scary.
That's 100% a child.
Seen that throughout the years, that head smash, you know.
Licking somebody's face? We've had crawling the year before, but it wasn't a lot. It was more like, sit down, stay down.
Yeah. So the rooms are the same, it looks like, so far. Not major changes, a few updates, upgrades to the rooms.
Yeah.
Do we see any actors that we recognize?
Oh! Sorry. Ugh.
Do we see any actors that we recognize? I do not at this point. Josh, what were you going to say?
I just didn't know, like, have you guys noticed water in any of them before this one? Because I noticed that there was water coming from the ceiling. Okay.
Yeah,
Water has been since the beginning, pretty much.
Apparently, someone hasn't watched part 1 and part 2, Mr. Evans.
Hey, man, look.
No, Josh has been very working
Very
his
busy.
ass off. You guys have no idea, and he's going to be a huge help once we get to 2014. Massive help. So Thank you for being here, Josh.
So let's just discuss this shot.
Yeah.
How at any point in time is that okay?
Well,
I mean,
let me ask.
that is a child, you know.
I don't know that. I don't think so. I don't think that is.
So
Personally.
question
I think
though.
it's a young looking.
Can I play devil's advocate on that a little bit, Boston?
I would like you to, because I was going to ask you a question about extreme haunts.
Well, while that doesn't look like a child, we have been told that there was no discrepancy between child and adult. So
Yes.
what is there to say that if that happened to her, it also didn't happen to a child?
You're very right. You're very right.
Was it billing itself as an extreme haunt at this point?
No, but my question was, when he said, in what world is this right? My question was, is that something, like, I'd assume that this is, if you're going to like an extreme haunt experience, that is something that wouldn't be out of the ballpark of happening.
No, this doesn't happen at extreme haunts. And you say it does?
But Brandon just said it does.
No,
does it?
Did I?
Or did I misheard or misquestion?
I think you misheard.
Okay.
So there was one haunt that I can say on the record did something with spitting one time, and it was not taken well by the public, and it was removed. It was a private show for Blackout. I believe
Please tell me it was before COVID.
Oh, Blackout wasn't around during COVID.
Okay.
I was like, hey. It was, I believe the show, and I could be wrong. I believe it was Seasons was the name of the show, but you were in a group of 4, and each person had to spit on the person in front of them's back. It was a way of showing degradation, you know.
Well, I mean, that's great. That's gross, but there is a difference between spitting fluids right into somebody's
100%.
facial orifices.
And what I'm saying is that was done on their back, and it went very badly by the public.
Right.
It wasn't, and now we have this.
Right. And kids, and not billed as an extreme haunt and a home boo haunt, but like Riss says, it's a home boo haunt, so everything's legal.
Yeah.
So would that like be considered like a bodily fluid since it's like mixed with saliva? I mean,
oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, like you got to think like if there was no discrepancy, you know, there was probably points in times where like kids were basically ingesting a grown adult's saliva. You know what I mean? Like there's something about that makes me just cringe.
Yeah, it's completely wrong. Should not happen.
Now, we have had fake blood in the past, but you definitely will notice an uptick in the amount of fake blood that starts to be used on people in this year as well.
I definitely see how people can say that.
No, Luke. The actors at the time were neighborhood kids and friends and adults, but it was all just.
There's more spitting. There was more spitting there in that picture.
Yeah.
More spitting. Like that, it's being highlighted.
Yeah, so Act 2. Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Highlight that because, and is it Chris Hanukkah? Or is it Chris Hanukkah, like...
Hanukkah.
Chris Hanukkah, I think.
It's like Christmas and Hanukkah.
Yes. And happy Hanukkah to everybody celebrating, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't spit on it during an extreme show, and I don't know.
Yep, that's what we're trying to show here, Gary, is the progression, you know? I think a lot of people just see kind of like the worst of the worst, like people that have heard about McKamey Manor for years or that look online, they'll find like the worst of the worst. And I hate to say even the worst of the worst, there isn't public footage out there, but they'll see like the 2014 through 2016 videos, or some stuff in Tennessee that happened before he toned that down majorly, and they don't think about like, well, what was the progression and evolution of all this? Here we've got duct tape not just around her head, so clearly he was duct taping people's mouths and eyes at this point.
Yeah, I think if you got through, and I
agree
would have
completely.
I believe you did not have to supply your own duct tape at this time. I could be wrong. You laugh, but when you go to McKamey
No, I'm
Manor
laughing
now,
because of how I know he makes everybody
you
bring
have
their
to
own.
supply your own duct tape.
Yeah.
And if you guys like know like some of the stuff that I guess will be coming out in the future, he was extremely what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say the A word. He was extremely like weird about even the actors as we progress, like keeping things like after the haunt was over, leave shit, put it where it goes, like do even stuff like duct tape and that type of stuff. So he's always been that way. It wasn't something that just happened.
We know he suffers from OCD. I think that could be a huge part of that.
A very specific form of OCD, I might add, which we will get into in a later episode. But yeah, like everyone in chat is agreeing on, this was the year where everything just changed, which is exactly why I think he had to make that PSA for the first time. And what I think pushed him to say, well, if I'm going to get all these complaints about how extreme my haunt is, then guess what? I'm going to make it just an extreme haunt, and I'm going to push it even further. And there ain't nothing no one can do about it.
There's duct tape all over the mouth and the eyes. That alone would really give me a panic attack.
Yeah.
And at this point, was there like medical staff or anything on site for these kids and young adults and stuff? Like,
no. So
did it have to? It's a home haunt. Not doing anything wrong.
That's insane.
Wait, what was on his head? It wasn't duct tape, was it?
I think it looked like almost like possibly a hood.
Not
a ripped hood.
That, yeah.
No, that
it could
is
be
weird.
Like a
yeah,
cloth
that's
wrap.
duct tape. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's duct tape because a lot of people have that. I think there's white duct tape and duct tape colored duct tape.
No, this was not that year. We will be discussing that when we get there, though.
When we get to that year, that will be discussed.
Is this the claustrophobia room? Was this the first that?
Yep, this is a claustrophobia room.
I was telling Chris, I was like, he said that a lot of haunts use that thing. I was like, that looks cool. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, Six Flags, where I live, uses it.
A lot of boo haunts do.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where that comments.
A lot of people might recognize some of these people too from previous years because I was a thing that like the neighborhood just would come and do every year, especially the younger generation. Yeah, that's duct tape.
And this isn't the front of his house, is it? Like where he's doing his interview?
It's the same as the years before. It's the backs. It's the garage, the side, and the backyard.
That he's going through. Those interviews were in the front.
Oh, sorry.
Sure.
I misunderstood what you were asking.
Okay.
Never experienced anything like it. I can't even talk.
Yeah, these are all done at the front of the house.
She looks very
familiar.
No, kind of traumatized there.
That mask is creepy.
There's the well we saw in a different spot in other videos, recycling the props, and they added a little air cannon on it to kind of give it a poof.
What's interesting is you see, maybe they add a few more upgrades to some of the animatronics, but it's like he's kind of realizing, well, the stuff people are most scared about is the cheapest. You know?
Yeah. Well, he's always
trying
been
to think about what's working in his brain. Sorry, Brandon.
No, I'm having really bad stuff right now. So.
Not for a while.
So now we're getting into, I mean, that touching isn't bad. That's what you would see in about a touch haunt, about that much.
Like,
so
hands
that
around
is an
throats
actor.
and stuff?
I want to say that is an actor that he was punching. That was not a person going through the haunt. I don't want people to confuse that with anything.
We did a double take when we first watched that. Hands around the throat and stuff, that's normal for
if they usually a very common thing is put you up against the wall and they put their hand around your throat and talk to you a little. Now we're not seeing a tight grip around the throat. Can't speak for what's happening here. Maybe it's happening there, but going off of just a brief view of this, I don't feel that they've crossed too many lines yet with aggressive touching. Again, that was not a person getting punched. Now, the picking up, I went to a haunt, and it was a haunt that they knew me personally at, and they did pick up my wife at the time and carry her to a spot. I didn't see that happen to other people. Oh.
This just looks really rough for a touch haunt.
This no, I mean, look at this. We're shoving things in people's mouths.
Dirty rags. Dirty wet rags. No wonder in the testimonial well, you guys haven't seen 2012 yet, but no wonder people are like surprised and in shock, because even if you know that like it's going to be physical and stuff, like this kind of thing didn't, like, it wasn't the norm. Stuff like this didn't exist.
No, how many of those do you think those rags, they just reuse the same one, putting it into people's mouths?
Absolutely. They spit in people's faces.
Yeah.
You think they care about having one rag for each person? Yeah, I wonder if that happened.
Oh, more spit. More spit.
Everything else, but this was the best one.
That's why when we had one of the child actors on, Brendan, last week, Chris asked, like, did any of the actors and the kid actors at the time ever get swung on?
All right.
And he said no, not to his knowledge.
Well, Chris brought up a good point earlier too, that they're only doing testimonials of people that they like. And have we found any videos from back then, people talking crap about it?
I have not. I hit mute because it was just screaming and you were talking.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't thus far, Brandon, unless it was maybe like.
So we're at the axe scene. That was a very common one. That is a prop axe. Don't want people to think that they were using a real axe on these kids.
Did she just lick that guy?
Oh, there's a very good chance that she did. I would believe it 100%. Find the key. So I find that, we're getting into the good old find the key that probably doesn't exist.
Right. Yeah. Well, they had to find the key before it was in the toilet.
Mm-hmm. So this prop is something that was also in Tennessee. You put your hand into the sink in Mother's kitchen, and they turn it on, and you think it is the garbage disposal turning on. No, it didn't work when you were in Tennessee, so I'm not sure if it even worked then, what happened, if anything even happened, or it was just loud noises.
I wonder if there's somebody in there, like, pulling your arm, you know?
Possible. Look at that.
This is so
The
gross.
disgusting water on that sink, right? There was never a key.
That person was just saying, ow, ow, ow.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be a heads up, like,
No.
okay, maybe back off a little? Water, a lot of water.
Hey, it hasn't changed. Find the doesn't exist.
Also, not to note that, like,
look, they're putting that dirty water.
Like, people's clothes and stuff are getting ruined. Like, I think when you go to an extreme haunt, you kind of know, like,
they tell you to bring a spare pair
know.
and don't wear something that you
Right.
don't want ruined.
But I don't think that would necessarily be something they'd say at a home boo haunt. Or people would be, or would think at least. Maybe it's in... So there was never a safe word, right? Yeah, no. No safe word. We asked Brendan about that last time too, and he said, like, sometimes if people, like, clearly, like, couldn't take it anymore and, like, would curl up, like, they'd be escorted out, but... No.
Get the next video.
Starting your own faceless YouTube.
I'm not
Did you guys ask? I don't think I got to see the entire Brendan. I know I was in the comments chit chatting and stuff, but did you guys ask him like how Russ felt when people had to be escorted out? I mean, like how he reacted to people being escorted out?
He
I don't remember.
didn't really say that people got escorted out.
He said, like, maybe once it happened. Like,
Yeah.
there wasn't a safe word and there wasn't... But keep in mind, this is still a walkthrough experience for people. So a lot of people in walkthrough experiences, I think, have that, like, oh, I just hope it's over soon kind of thing. But you know you're, like, going on a journey somewhere. So it's going to be over. It's not technically an extreme haunt. It's not technically there's no safe word. There's no, like, it's just supposed to be around an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long. So I think there probably was a lot of people that were like, stop, stop, stop. I don't want to do this anymore. Stop, stop, stop. And then by the time they finally got out, maybe there was just a high of like, I freaking did it. I'm never doing anything like that again in my life. See you later.
I feel like Discovery Haunts makes a very good point about this claim that they added a safe word at point, but there is no safe word. I agree with that because if you don't honor the safe word, then what's the point of a safe word, right?
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah.
All right. Got the video ready to go. Look at that. They're licking up that wire. That's
disgusting.
No.
Oh, nah.
I almost actually got sick by that. Like,
Yeah.
that stuff. Oh. So they're banging a cooler. Why is she crying?
Oh, because her friend's in it.
They would put people in it and slam it against the wall.
I'm not gonna sleep for 1 week.
Yeah, that's a new 2012 thing. Well, they started putting people in the cooler in 2011, but the banging them against the wall,
Squeeze in there. Wait. Harder, Jackie, harder.
making their friends do it too.
So, I just thought of something. That today is still true. Like in Tennessee, you bring your friend with you, your friend is going to be the one that hurts you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Happened with me.
I did not know that about Tennessee. I knew
Because-
you'd been
And I
friends
think we
with you,
see like a little bit of that with Dan's stuff too, about how, you know, Allie was there
Yeah.
for his tour, and you know,
And yeah, and that's, you know, he has the other person come and do stuff because then Russ didn't do it. He's still placing that blame, like he, you know, I'm not giving the actors an excuse out or anything, right?
Right.
But the reason why he had them touch them and he filmed was because in his head they were doing the wrong.
Fix your mic.
My mic?
Oh, that was where something happened. Yeah, remember it was like that muffle thing again?
Hmm.
Like a loose wire maybe?
I might have been. Oh, could be. All right.
That's
No.
someone who just had to beg.
Yeah.
I'm glad it did. I'm very glad it did stop. Oh my god.
I'd love to talk to some of these people, man. If anyone is watching and has found this series and you are one of these old neighbors or
yes.
someone who had a bad time during these years, please let us know. Reach out to us. What's our email address?
hauntedtollbooth@gmail.com.
That's
the
for Haunted Road
Toll
Trip.
Booth.
That's
Oh,
for Haunted
or
Road
you can
Trip.
do horrorroadtrip@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Lots of water.
Oh, this is for a group picture at the end, I think.
This
Or
ain't
at
the
least
end.
a group picture.
This
Well-
is just video 3.
I know, but he doesn't do any of these really in a order that makes a lot of sense.
Well,
So it could be the
remember,
end.
if he is filming you going through, right, with each group at each tour, he could stop and do a photo op at any time.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to highlight this comment because I would love to address this. Why are we complaining about this footage? It's not even that bad considering they know what they're getting into. Do they know what they're getting into? These are years ago when the haunt was actually real. Correct. Yeah, but do these people know what they're getting into considering it's changed from year to year to year to year?
and you hear numerous people say like they had been to all these different places and it was nothing like what they experienced here.
Yeah. Can we pause it real quick, Chris? Because
Yep.
I would like to really address this. And this is not coming at you, it's Chris. This is, I want to make sure everyone who's just tuning in and just watching, this was not the extreme haunt year. The extreme haunt years didn't start until 2013,
Yeah.
which he announces at the beginning of this video. That's when it turns into an extreme haunt, private reservation or private tours, private reservations, about 2 hours long, that they're going to go to a different location. Up until this point, right now we're watching 2012 footage. It's a neighborhood boo haunt. So yeah, what we're complaining about, and not necessarily complaining, I think just pointing out the evolution of this and what made it turn into an extreme haunt in the first place.
You know, and I've really, you know, I think me and Chris can both attest to the fact that this whole they know what they're getting into nonsense.
Right. I'm so
You
sick
know-
of hearing that. Sorry I got defensive.
Yeah, that's it's such an utter it's such a dismissive line to say. Been through crap. You know what I'm saying? It's so
And it's also to assume that everyone's seen everything that you've seen.
it's
And
extremely
that's not
arrogant.
true. And up until this point in 2012, all these people that went through in 2012, they maybe saw 2011 footage, but from what I could tell, he always uploads it like way after the season, you know? And back then, he was a small little YouTube channel. So how many people actually knew what went through? We did hear from a child actor who said that they had to keep things extremely secretive and quiet, and no one really knew what went on inside the haunt unless you went through it or you worked there. They're getting into because it's signed before they get there. They know it's a touch haunt. A touch haunt, right? Would you
Yeah.
call this a touch haunt or an extreme haunt?
I wouldn't call this either of those because they don't do this in an extreme haunt. I mean, let's set aside the physical touch, right? Physical touch, I've even addressed several times in this video that I didn't think the physical touching crossed any boundaries. However, spitting in people's faces, I felt that cooler scenario was a little bit pushing limits. I'm not sure how great of a thing that would be to do. But yeah.
And we said that children were still allowed here, right? I don't know if you guys said this while I disconnected, but I mean, this was still it. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of extreme haunt allows kids to come in. So, I mean, that just kind of strikes that out to me anyway.
All right, let's continue.
Fantastic.
It's too much.
So we've seen this girl several times. He's just reusing her footage over and over again, and that.
Oh, so crazy.
Same with him.
We are definitely aware of that. And that's why we're doing this series, is to show from beginning to end what's happened.
You know, like we've seen like evidence like going forward that like Russ would do his contact people and be like, look, I really need good footage. Like we really need you to put on a good tour. Like I wonder if the people that were coming in here, you notice they had really good outward personalities. And he's like, look, we're going to be filming you guys. We're going to put you in, like, just play up the camera type stuff. Like I wonder if he was doing that type of stuff here.
So Brendan mentioned that in the last video. He said when Carol was kind of telling her stories, he was scoping out the group and kind of judging who was going to be the star of that group.
Who was going to be the most scared.
Yeah, and whoever he felt was going to be that one, he put in the front of the group to get those reactions. And you can kind of see if you pay attention to the people in the background, those people are usually laughing and whatnot.
Will everyone please stop saying bad faith actors? Josh, you saw me in a wax museum. People like me exist. These are not actors. They're just people who are freaking terrified. Can you imagine my reaction going through this?
You would be out the door immediately.
It would be bad. People would get hurt.
Steve, are you laughing? What? Keep that hat on. You keep that hat on. You're a clown. Come on, Sam the Clown.
Got some degrading going on here.
Plug in the nose? Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to plug his nose.
No more clowns.
And that was also a big thing we learned from our interview with Brendan, is that Russ filmed every single tour from beginning to end. And I thought it was interesting at the beginning where he introduces this, that he said, you know, I wasn't actually even going to like do the 2012 movie because we're working so hard on our 2013 haunt.
Yeah.
But people are asking, so here you go. Like, then what was the point of filming
every single tour? So we've seen this room and the refrigerator gag in the other years. Oh, commercial guys, please wait for our regularly scheduled event.
What time did you get here this morning?
7:30 in the morning. And it was worth it.
He waited.
Yes. I'll do it again. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's why the reservations start in 2013 too, because these are people that they're still doing 45 minutes at a time. Oh my God.
You know, I felt the inappropriate touching there.
That's the most scariest thing I've ever felt.
What? Oh, your tour?
Yeah, he was just saying that.
Oh,
Russ
exactly.
didn't post
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of the first time that, yeah, I just wanted to point out, I thought it was interesting that he filmed beginning to end of his Boo Haunt back in the day, too.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
They're all looking off the same. I mean, I don't think that's a real knife. It's just the fact that everybody's licking this thing.
And he doesn't strike me as the person to clean and redoctor it up between.
By a trained actor, maybe you can get away with it. Shouldn't happen to kids. I don't think these people going on, I could be wrong. I will stand corrected if I'm wrong. If those aren't trained actors, I feel like grabbing around the neck the way he was and shaking their head, probably not the best.
Why did you come here?
Corey, I mentioned this a little bit before. One other Extreme Haunt did it once for one show, and it did not go over well, and it was never done again at other Extreme Haunts.
Do you know what they do to us in here?
It was not on the level that we see here, though, either.
How about you? Why'd you come here? Answer me!
To go to the house.
To go to the
He's holding his hair.
You think this is a little game? A little something you could just show up and have fun at? So how's this compared to other
No comparison. No comparison whatsoever.
Well, it's a holiday. I don't remember those very well.
Yeah, he likes to pull all of their hair, if you notice.
I'm curious about that specific actor and wondering if it's one of the actors that stayed on.
Is there a 6 hour wait? Yeah.
I'll find out after this. I'll find out exactly who it is.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a smart mouth, huh?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I seriously came here to see you.
Just to see me, huh?
This one, too.
Put your hands up.
It's the same one.
You
No.
do not deserve to touch me.
There's 2 of them.
The house knows you can't.
Oh
man.
my god!
Because of that,
Ouch!
you will die. You
That's
understand?
that. Yeah, no, that's not.
Your eyes and like thrown around like a piece of paper.
Yeah, you were.
Maybe you should stop touching your hair and messing around.
I know, Boston, you said it seemed like her hair was wet, but to me it looked like a patch was ripped out there.
Or something.
She looked genuinely angry too.
Oh, they gotta be, man. I mean, can you imagine that? You think you're going to this home fun boo haunt with your friends for the night? You get duct tape wrapped around your head and just yank. Oh, I'd be.
Do you want to take care of that?
Huh? Do I want to take care of what? I'm trying to get the next video queued up. I didn't see a comment. Oh. I'm guessing you are not familiar with Crucible. That's par with this footage and more. Well, it's Kris. I've been through Crucible 3 times. I'm taking that you are not familiar with Crucible, because if you were, then you would know that this footage is nowhere near the same.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So I'm not even going to have a conversation with you about that, with the amount of times that I've gone through at a level 10 and completed it all the way through to see
And
what it
children are going through what we're watching right now.
Yeah.
Children.
And you know
This
what
is a
doesn't
completely
happen? Children
different
don't
universe.
Yeah. All right. Let me find this next video. You guys talk for a minute so I can. Oh, why can't this stuff just be in order?
Yeah, Stacy saw us all get. You don't bring up that that word. I just like looking at chat
Well, and
With
Kris
all these
isn't the
new
only
faces,
person.
thank you, and all of our old friends.
What were you saying, Brandon?
I'm just saying that Kris isn't the only person who's been through it 3 times.
Yeah.
I've been through it 3 times,
There
separate
we go.
times. Than Kris did.
And I mean, like I know that I personally I've never been through Crucible, but anybody who knows me knows that, you know, I've seen Katie Silva's stuff. I've seen a lot. I've been around a minute, man. Like I know about a lot of different haunts, and I've heard a lot of shit about a lot of different haunts, but I have never in my entire tenure with all this stuff heard one negative thing
bad
about Crucible.
So
ever.
yeah, because I don't want to get stuck on this topic, because this channel is Horror Road Trip, and this channel is all about haunts, extreme haunts. There's interviews with people from Crucible. There's interviews with people from Fear Experiment. We've got all of that on this channel. This particular series we're running right now is the McKamey Manor series. Obviously but there are a few questions here that are very like haunt related, like Eileen, do you guys think extreme haunts should be regulated?
Should there be a regulation to them? I mean, I think that all extreme haunts should have a limit. The
Like
thing
a
is the
standard?
ones, yeah, there's a standard, and I feel the ones that are out there are hitting that standard. Yeah.
And I liked this comment too. I highlighted it earlier. I don't feel like Russ actually explained to people how bad it was and what exactly they were getting into. If kids don't understand what they're consenting to, then they don't need to be there. Another thing that I want to add on to that, Sarah, is nothing like this kind of weird hybrid home hunt thing existed, as far as I know, unless someone out there is like, hey, I'm from, Ohio, and I had something just like this in my backyard. But as far as I know, this was a whole new ballpark. So if I was standing in line getting ready to go to this thing, and Russ was walking by, or actors, or even Carol, and saying, like, just letting you know, like, it's gonna get crazy in there, like, I would just be thinking it's part of the hype up, I feel the same way about the waiver he uses till this day, talking about all the crazy, insane things that aren't even possible. So of course you sign it, because you realize it's just part of the show. So yeah, I don't think many people showed up, went through that haunt. What we're seeing is the reactions when they come out, like, what the hell was that?
And at this time too, I saw something about the cash prize. The cash prize wasn't on the table. It wasn't even a thought at this point. So there is no Act 4. Just give you a heads up. It goes, I remember when we were watching them that we realized that there was a jump. So I don't know why. I found a video that was just called 4/20/12, but it was like almost a year later in the feed. So we're just going to keep going with this.
And again, this is the way he did this year was really different anyways. He kind of just meshed a bunch of people up together and showed different parts of it. Excuse me.
I believe this was the zombie room from... So not a whole lot so far with this room. I don't feel like anything.
This is the couch room, right?
I know.
Where usually... well, it was a question.
Yeah, this is the couch room. And we've seen before where the couch opens up and they just grab them.
Yeah, I wonder why that's not happening this year.
I love that they use the Wilhelm scream there. Russ,
the what?
It's called the Wilhelm scream. It's that scream that they use in every movie.
I thought it was a lot higher pitched than that.
So
yeah, they've been on our show before, actually.
Oh,
I'm
we
sure they'll
got
come back
spitting.
again.
Okay, so we came back with some spitting.
Corey Stanfield, check out Welcome to St. Jeffrey's.
Definitely not for a while.
Is that what it's called? Or what you titled it?
With Ben, yeah. So, yeah, not a whole lot going on here.
Well, not a whole lot going on that's different than we saw in previous years.
Right.
In this specific room.
But don't you feel this room is just a little too long? I mean, I understand this is edited, but like it just seems like just screaming and getting in the face. So oh, there we go. We got the couch. This is much different now from the past.
No, they started pulling people into the couch in 2011.
Bye,
Okay, thank you, Brandon.
Have a good one.
You too. Oh, gosh. I thought it was last year, 2011, that they started the pull in the couch.
They brought you down. They didn't bring you into it.
All the way into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. And this is a full, you get dropped down.
There's no age limit yet. Mm-hmm. We're looking at 2012 in our timeline, and there isn't an age limit yet. Although I'm sure that you know what, maybe they had something like, you must be over 5. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's something we could probably find out.
I'm sure that there was.
Yeah.
I wanna think that. I just want to think that.
We know that 9 and 10-year-olds were going through, so
yeah.
We at least know that. When I think age limit, when it comes to like haunts, I think like 18 plus. You either don't have an age limit or you do, and then it's 18 plus typically, or 21 plus.
So I'm going to.
I think the whole haunt has a lot of cooties at this point. Discovery.
Yeah. It's good. Discovery's talking about cooties.
He said that couch must have a lot of cooties.
I feel Discovery haunts would show up. Go on.
Sorry, I believe it was 18 plus starting in 2014. We will cover that when we get to it, though. It'll probably be 2 lives from now. I do have to. Can you guys? Holy cow! Mm-hmm. Sorry, that was the first time I saw the actual duct tape being, and that was tight.
Yeah, Boston.
Yikes.
If you need to bounce out for a minute,
I need to. Just, I won't say what.
Hold down the fort.
I'm so used to announcing when I have to go.
Just go.
Okay.
Please.
I feel like she gets government mandated like bathroom breaks at this point.
Right. Seen a lot of use of duct tape. That's a lot of duct tape.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say that I've ever been to a boo haunt that used duct tape on me.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to any haunt that uses duct tape, to be honest, outside of a handful in my adult life, but definitely something that's labeled as a backyard boo haunt, never.
Yeah. Not right now, Dan, no offense, but we're going to keep it just like this for now.
Okay, so there's the white duct tape that I thought was I thought that was fun.
God, imagine that on your hair. Like, Josh, you got hair. I don't. Somebody wraps that around your hair like that. Like that's.
I'm pulling one of those tricks that homie pulled in Ben's video. Like, dude, what did I tell you about my hair, man? What did I tell you about my hair?
That was by far so good how he played that and then went into that. Oh, Boston just booted you out just like that. That was rude.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
And then she disappears again. My hat is my hair. Discovery haunts.
Surgically attached.
There's.
Now that I think about it, I've never seen you without a hat ever in my days.
Oh, there's pictures. There's pictures. I wear a hat everywhere. They just had one of the dogs walking around. So she's trying to tear away the duct. Oh.
I'm gonna find out who that is.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary.
Don't worry, you won't be laughing no more. No one's gonna hear you scream neither.
No. You took me down.
No, you jumped down on your own. Do not gaslight me like that.
And you took me down trying to come back.
Yeah.
Turned off my camera and muted myself.
Oh yeah, I took you down because I wanted to have our stuff up for a minute, our banners.
That guy. People are saying that guy is a sociopath. Which
that
guy?
Or that guy on the video?
I really need that to be clear.
Because either of those
can't be that guy. Not that guy.
How much duct tape they go through a night?
And like on that dude right there, it looks like he's covering his like nose and his mouth. Like
their entire body. All of them, look. Their entire bodies.
Like that girl clearly almost has a gas mask of freaking duct tape on.
Can you breathe? He's asking.
Probably.
Touching each other.
Right. It's their duct tape though. Well, 0 now, because everyone else has to bring their own.
Back to the drawing board. You guys hold down the fort.
They probably spent $20,000 on duct tape, so that's why there was no price. You got the zingers tonight, Discovery Haunts.
That's probably like what everybody got Russ for Christmas was just a giant box of fucking duct tape.
Oh, you know he.
This is more likely. Too. Oh, Amber. BYODT.
Frank, you're from duct tape.
That's what it turned into in Tennessee.
It did. In Tennessee, it's BYODT. That's good.
It is.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Right. So we got 3 more videos.
Hey, Bree.
This is going to get a lot worse, he says.
What did we notice in 2011 they started restraining people, and I know that because I called it constraining, and then I didn't know which word to use. But how did they do it then? It was more just like they were holding people.
I think they put like straps around them,
and they did wrists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely a lot different of
a little
restraining
much.
going on. Yeah.
Did we figure out who these actors are yet?
No, we've talked about this several times.
Okay, sorry.
Josh is working on it.
Okay, Josh.
So
that's what I'm doing right now.
So can you imagine how long that room must have been that they were in to duct tape all those people like that? You got 4 or 5 people. You're the first person that gets duct taped. That has to suck, and then you just sit there.
That person who was duct taped right before this person actually looked like an actor. So I bet some footage is probably actors going through themselves. I sent him a DM, I think. Yes. Josh, Gabby D sent you a DM.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, never mind. That's not it. Doesn't that?
Huh.
I'm
You
thinking
thought
out
that
loud,
that was the
actually.
actor?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not. There were some angles where it looked like one of the actors. This is not very
Oh, guys.
That's the guy with the thing around. What? Breaking news?
Not anything. But just let me. We need to verify it first, but it would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Make a private comment if you can. Sorry, guys. We really don't like putting any information out there that we cannot verify first. But I promise you, breaking news, you will all be the first to know.
And
thank you, Gabby, for the message.
If you follow our Facebook group, McKamey Manor Road Trip,
our new Facebook group. Did you announce that at the beginning of this?
I did.
Awesome.
And the link is in the description of this video. So come join us, and when we get new info, we drop it there first.
Yeah, that would be the very first place because
Very
we can't
first.
just
This would be
hop
a
on
very
lives.
close
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
And by very close, I mean probably a couple hours or days.
Or months.
Months.
No.
Oh, this was the guy that we asked
Yeah.
what was wrapped around. Look, I mean, this isn't time lapse, and look how long this shit's taking.
Yeah, I'd get super bored. Especially if I was like duct tape first and I'd just sit there and watch my 3 or 4 friends get duct tape. Do you know what it reminds me of? Almost it like, and it's, but it reminds me of that mummy game you used to play at like Halloween parties in elementary school.
Oh, with the toilet paper?
With the toilet paper, yeah. Except like more brutal. Sorry, Amber. Got sucked back in. Bound to happen.
Amber sounds like a mobster. I was just about out of the game, and then I got pulled back in. Oh, that was degrading.
You had my eyes taped about 3 times. Get in there. Get in there.
Why was that one guy randomly still duct taped? Maybe
couple
they don't
people
duct
are.
tape everyone in the group.
Yeah, that's a possibility. They probably ran out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, why did he have so much of the girl
And she
behind
had
him?
like
have
2
so-
around him. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's a lot of cutaways.
Yeah, really heavy on the B-roll here.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't like that mask. Yeah, they got lucky. Well, sorry. I'm not going to say that. They got less duct tape. He looks upset. To me, that looks like he just said way gnarlier than last time, and he didn't look happy about it.
Oh, that was awesome. That was so intense. I was just off the hook. That's just unbelievable.
So again, definitely some people that had a great time. but I think plenty of people that were not expecting it to be this ramped up were surprised, taken off guard, scared, angry, traumatized, etc. Hence the PSA that Russ made at the beginning, saying they were all warned. I'm a nice guy.
I thought so. I just saw that message.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, check your messages.
Yeah,
I sent you.
saw it. I saw that, and wow. Okay.
I'm working on a clearer one. No, I'm talking. I sent you a photo.
I saw it.
It's just what you sent in private chat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right.
I don't want to go to anything else the rest of the year. Ruin Halloween and it's only September.
I think some may have. Like, I do think some may have at this point. Because it was their first experience with something like this. And maybe they...
Just because you have a good time doesn't mean it's the right time.
Right. Oh, good job. You could be like one of those don't do drugs commercials.
Yeah.
Seems that the biggest upgrade is the copious amount of duct tape, exactly. And the making people like...
Look at...
yeah, she was young. Making people like spit and lick surfaces with dirty water and stuff. That was big. They are definitely getting slapped now. Manhandled.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it actually. What?
Sponsored by Dare, yeah. Hey, Eric.
Well, Eric, we'll start the video over.
Yeah, we're an hour and 40 minutes in, but...
We've just been going through the 2012 Home Haunt walkthrough and discussing it as we go.
And if you scroll back to earlier in the video, you will see that Russ does like a little PSA at the beginning, explaining to everyone, here you're about to watch my 2012 footage of the haunt, coming in 2013, an actual extreme haunt, reservation only, year round.
Yeah.
So that was announced at the beginning of this video. I'm sure we'll play more announcements in the next episode too. I'm sure he has more than one announcement of his extreme haunt. Yeah, believe it or not, what you're watching right now isn't an extreme haunt.
Somebody talked about it in a post today. I believe it was Luke that was sharing something that he had read. Talked about the smell and how horrible it was in there with all of, it's in the backyard with the dogs.
Mm-hmm. And we've had that confirmed by people that were there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said, Amber. Hey, Josh, can you check the mod chat? There's a question for you.
Yeah, one sec. Sorry.
Well, and I can imagine he might have, because it's really, in a lot of haunted houses, artificial smell is like a thing.
God, I don't know if it was around then yet.
Well, didn't you tell me that the coffin had that?
You're right. So it was. Okay. I think that could have been when it was going, and those smells are bad, right?
Yeah.
But
and I wasn't saying like that's why it smells bad. I'm saying
no,
that
I know.
Was maybe used on top of the dog shit,
100%.
on top of water, stagnant, moldy, everything smelled like mold was a quote we got from somebody who was there. And that is a quote from someone who
would know.
Who would know?
So, okay, so I just thought of a scenario here because we're seeing all these people gagging. What if you threw up? What if one of these girls threw up right now?
You'd choke on your own throw up?
Yeah, you would choke. You couldn't get it off. I didn't even think about that as a possible scenario that somebody could have gone through.
Mm-hmm. We'll handle that when we're done with the live.
Don't even. No.
Yeah.
No.
No what?
Talk about it.
Better come out of my hair.
I was trying to put an end to it in the comments.
So, this is just...
Yes, Eileen, yes. Disneyland and oh, can we just
Disneyland
talk for a
does this?
second about Disney World Avatar Flight of Passage? Is that what it's called? Where's my that smell on that ride? What?
I just don't want to sidetrack too much. But yes, there's smells all over the place.
That smell on that ride is the best smell I've ever smelled in my entire life.
It's a huge immersion factor, right?
Yeah. Smell, I mean, to be immersed, truly, like, smell is a huge part of it. Think about, as humans, there's smells that bring us back to childhood memories, and it's a huge part of the human experience. So if you're going to be immersed into an experience, I think sights, touch, smell, all your senses come into it, I don't remember what Haunted Mansion smells like. I know I sure didn't like the smell at It's a Small World.
Were we...
What are you looking for?
We just watched 6. Right?
I have...
We just watched 6.
Lost count. Because when you play them...
Yeah, I got a little sidetracked.
Yeah, sorry. So no nose plugs allowed. Someone threw out pull guard down. Respiration especially different, dangerous. Yeah. Oh, the orange fields. Yeah. Okay, sorry. We got really off topic, everybody. But yes, I wonder if he used smells.
Yeah, I lost my shoe. I don't know where my shoe is. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Gone.
It's gone in my Batman voice. You don't know where your shoe is? It's gone.
Where's my shoe?
I took it and you'll never get it back. Yes, exactly, Eric Cooper. It's mildew flavored. And mothballs. It's like mildew and mothballs. R.I.P. shoe. On top of the grass, or did they have a tarp flooring? From what we could see, and I heard him say this before somewhere in an interview or some footage that I've watched, Russ, a lot of the backyard was patio, so I would assume some kind of concrete. There was bricks, and we were looking at a Google Map image, and again, we don't know, that could be a very new image since they moved and the new owners did something with the yard, we don't know. But it looked like there was very little grass in the backyard itself.
This will be a mystery. None of us will know to this day.
But people did, Brendan did say that room, there's the room where you go through where the spikes fall down on you, and before they do, the actors would have their hands come out from different holes and take people's shoes. So I know that was the thing.
She looks like she's just really over McKamey Manor at that point.
Who wouldn't be at this point?
Yeah, there's a lot.
We get it. We get it. That's a cool dummy.
Yeah. Well, that dummy probably cost a couple $1,000s and was like, "Hey, I need to get."
It's his favorite, clearly, because it spits water.
Yeah.
And we've got the water obsession.
Do you think he goes to these shows, like to these like Trans World, right? When he's looking for a prop, and he's like, "Does it spit water?"
How much water per second can I get on somebody's face? Yeah, I agree 100% with you, Chris. Christopher, Adele. Why are there so many Chris's?
Yeah, that would be a little bit annoying as well.
Glad I got to go to one of the last shows. It's awesome.
I mean, a Facebook user, you're not wrong.
People don't know that they're called Facebook user.
Yeah, so if you're on
Just so you know.
Facebook and if you are watching this on Facebook and you haven't allowed StreamYard, I think, access to your Facebook, I can't see who you are, but that's fine. I mean, you can still comment and we can still show. I just can't say your name.
And if you don't know how to figure that out, you can find us we're on YouTube right now. Do you link to the channel on Facebook Lives?
No, but you did drop in the group the live as well.
Well, we can't assume everyone's watching from there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's really I'm getting bored of seeing people get sprayed in the face. Oh,
Yeah,
still spraying, guys.
It's a long one. Just whipping people with intestines.
Whipping people and spraying them in the face with your hose.
Is it seriously? We're still on this. The doctor that's.
I will be.
Is that happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
Them, though?
Oh, I don't know if they are or not. It'd be cool if they did. They haven't ever said if they were for sure or not.
Yeah, we gotta book our stuff.
I know me, you, and Brandon are for sure.
Are you going, Dan?
Dan lives right by there.
Oh, really? Cool.
Not to dox. I'm sorry, Dan. But 5 doors down from the convention center.
Right.
Remind me to never tell Chris where the hell I live.
We already know.
Watch, I just said that,
right.
and he's like, "How does he know?"
Yeah.
Really.
No, you've told us the state, silly.
Oh, that's
I had a horrible time. Great review. Does anyone look okay? She's happy.
No, he knows what's going to happen.
Especially for someone who has like a real big fear of clowns.
God, your lip. That's pressed on your lip.
And just like with your head. I just hate anyone's head being jerked around. It can be very dangerous. I sound like a freaking Karen, but oh, that's cool.
Oh, do we have that answer? I feel like we talked about it last time.
He says 1,600 square feet regarding the haunt. And we all know he's a liar. So I don't know. I bet Brandon, that's something
Brandon does have the square footage, and when we were looking from the aerial view on the last live, I feel the videos make it look a lot bigger than what it actually is.
So Eric, I don't know if
I could probably figure it out as well.
I don't know if you caught, and I'll just repeat this for anyone watching now. our live last week, we had one of the child actors on, and they kind of explained the setup and everything and how it works. So it is it's not a huge space. It's not a very big yard or anything. The way that they lay out the rooms and when they blindfold people, the way they have it set up is they'll walk people blindfolded or with a hood on, or in this case, this year, duct tape.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Pause. No, I'm saying I'm pausing.
Oh.
So we can watch this part.
Oh my god.
Okay. But essentially, they use the space really... I mean, I'll give it to them smartly. They would walk people blindfolded to make them feel like they're going through all these areas, and then they'd be in one area. And then they'd be in the next. Then they'd be blindfolded again and walk back, but it was the same room, just with a divider, so. Yeah, it wasn't very big.
Oh. God.
And other than the garage, Stacy, just so, again, other than the garage, there was nowhere in the house that was used. This was all backyard, side yard, garage. Yeah, there was some pretty brutal face snatching happening at the end of that video.
Makes me cringe because that had to hurt so
Yeah, I think we had a conversation about this while you were gone on your little break. I would literally have to pull something to, like, if you put duct tape on my hair, I'm gonna just absolutely not.
Yeah, well, and it looked like it was on some guys with beards.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, I don't know what that feels like, but it
probably feels the same as getting hair ripped out.
As getting your hair ripped out? Okay. Well, I don't know.
It's okay. We'll test it on Kris.
Yeah.
But didn't he do that with driving too? Would try to guess exactly. So that idea, which started in the haunted house, that's a good point. Evolution of using minimal space to make something scary. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. And we will come across that in the upcoming years. We're almost there, actually.
This is the last video of, and it's good because we're coming up on the 2-hour mark, so we'll be wrapping up here probably.
And I don't think we need to watch testimonials for 2012 because we have so many of that. He put a lot of them in here.
Russ is known for reusing the same video over and over.
Thank you, everyone, by the way, for sticking through this 2 hours with us.
If you haven't yet, please thumbs up the video and give us a subscribe if you have not already. Oh, there went copyright.
Yeah. I was like trying to figure out what the song was. Is my mic way too loud? Hello.
Well,
I hope I haven't just talked for 2 hours like way too loud in everyone's ears.
It doesn't sound bad at all to me. I mean, your voice usually annoys me no matter what.
Notice
it's usually
red.
like really ear piercing.
Shut up. Oh, thanks, Stacy. Ooh, I love homemade Xmas gifts. Kris got a really cool one for me last year.
So cool. Like, it was really fucking cool.
Thank you, Taylor. Boston stage voice. Good, thank you. Well, thank you guys for being here. We just think it's really important. This happens to be a year with a lot of footage. So we're seeing a lot of repeat stuff. But we think it's really important that everybody see the progression, what we have decided to call warning signs or red flags.
Right.
No Saw this year. Oh, that's a good point. I wonder if the Saw broke. I haven't seen
Well,
any footage of it yet.
so there was episode 4 was missing on the series. Potential that it was there. I don't
Saw.
think Russ would get rid of that unless they were moving
or broke.
Or broke, but weren't they trying to move to the ranch at this point? Because they did start
No.
building. Oh,
Not during their hunt year. Or not during the hunt season. Remember, this is still seasonal. This is September, October 2012. They haven't gone year-round. Yeah, see full tours. Yeah, we have full tour. You can see full tours of 2012? I would be surprised to hear that. We have full tour
This is
access to full
2012.
tours.
This is 2012.
I know someone's saying you can see full tours on a different channel, a channel that I know about. I don't think that channel is anything that we don't have access to.
No, yeah.
Yeah. You gonna come back and do it again?
I wonder that too, Luke. To be honest, part of me thinks that what we are seeing in these 2012 videos, that we're like, oh, ooh, that's bad. Imagine the stuff he didn't include. And I'm saying that because, again, there is a reason why he gave that massive PSA at the beginning of this 2012 series. Everyone knows what they're getting into. We warn everybody. It's completely safe because it's a home hunt.
Hey, Holly.
Hey, Holly. Yeah, well, massive trigger warning. They get worse, Jennifer.
Yeah.
We will have to be careful about, we'll have to talk about the ones we're going to show and the ones we're not.
I would like to have up the people that we could have them up with us if they want.
Mhm.
Abby, actually, I was talking to her this morning. Said after the holidays, when we get to her year, she would love to come up and
that would be terrific.
talk about it.
Absolutely, that would be terrific.
Mhm.
And then, of course, we know Christina Busters is always happy to talk to us and help.
I know we don't have footage of it. I would love if Lori could even come up here with us.
Well, yeah, we don't need footage to have interviews,
No.
But as far as our series goes, there probably will be, as we get later in the years, there will be some of these where we don't have footage that we're sharing necessarily. It's going to be maybe screenshots of things that have been found, evidence that has been found. Possibly, I don't know, actors, if we can get any. It was wonderful for Brendan to come up with us. That was a huge help.
If you guys want to, if you guys want to talk to Lori, it'll happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're in touch. Well,
just,
Chris is.
Just putting that out there.
But Josh talks to her a lot
Josh
more
talks
than I
like
do.
daily. Yeah.
That's my best friend, man. Like,
yeah.
No, and we wouldn't do that without you. You know that.
It's just gonna be a lot for her. Anyways, like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that without you.
And only if she wanted.
Thank you so much, Russ. That's awesome.
I'm sure that's.
What is this gag? Just someone takes
It's
their
somebody.
hand,
They're probably distracted by something in front of them, and then that hand
and
comes
then a
out.
hand comes out and just like all over their face.
Yeah.
I just don't like that. Like, I think I could maybe, if I wasn't a wuss, I could handle the like touching and stuff, but like full on just facial stuff, I don't think I could handle that.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it.
I'm just not a fan of males grabbing females by the throat. That just something about that just doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of any human grabbing humans by the throat. I think that's.
Well,
I mean, if this was actually labeled an extreme haunt, I could understand it. You know what I mean? And then there is that, well, they knew what they were getting into, but this is not that. This is not what this is.
Right. I agree. I believe I'm surprised. How many people do you think got their eye poked?
That's it. I mean, I didn't mean to laugh at that. Just like on accident, you mean?
And then like people with piercings and like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They.
Oh.
Come with me. Big man. Go with the fat man. Which one's claustrophobic? Which one?
Oh, I don't think we have. I don't think the rest of this tour. So remember how when we did the time, we were like, "There's not enough videos to." Yeah, there is no Act 9.
Yeah, there is. No.
I'll look.
Some of them are out of order.
I know. I'll go look real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I need to check something as well.
Okay. Boston, why don't you hold down the fort for a minute? Well, since I gotta find it.
Okay. And we do come across new things. Kris and I were talking about this the other night. We do and Josh, we come across new things that we had not previously found. And if that happens, if we come across something from 2012, 2011, 2009, etc., that we've already covered, we are going to, make some filler episodes in this series where we're like, missed this part, just want to add this to that year, add this to this year. We just want to try to do this in as organized of a timeline as possible. So it's easy to go back to. And you know what? Maybe we should start adding... You put dates in the description, right? Just not in the title? Okay. Yeah. Maybe we should add them to the titles, too.
So I found part 6, which we watched. They re-uploaded that. Part 5 we saw.
Absolutely not, Corey. Absolutely not. Although... I'm supposed to be going through one next October. And we'll see. Part of me weirdly feels like I'd handle an extreme haunt better than a boo haunt. Or like an immersive horror better than like a walk through.
We are going to wrap this live after.
How many more parts are there?
This was the highest that I found that I went to, and I caught back up to where we were, pretty much. You got to remember, some videos may have been removed off of YouTube too for content.
Oh, that's true. That is a great idea. We'll probably make some of those too, just to hopefully get some new eyes on the series.
So in the previous video that we watched, they said who's claustrophobic.
Yeah, this is
and
why.
And they pulled one person from each one.
Thanks, that guy. It's good acting. Yeah, Stacy, I am intensely curious and interested in extreme haunts.
Let's do baby steps, Boston. We'll try Spirit Halloween.
No, you guys told me FE next October.
You gotta make it through Spirit Halloween first.
But you and Brandon both said I could handle it.
I think you could. So we saw in the previous years, the people get into the coffin and it shut on them, and they did the last coffin ride. Right?
And then in 2011, they started putting somebody in the coffin with them.
No.
We saw that in 2011.
I didn't think they showed that. I thought that was the preview for this one that we saw that.
No. They started, because I remember Brendan was here when we were talking about it. to the Halloween aisle at CVS.
That's even too much sometimes for her.
Yeah, I would be, Gabby.
Yeah, so it was 2011.
Thank you. Okay, so now it looks like we clearly do have another person in there with them still. That's still the thing.
Yes,
Stinky coffin. Yes, this is the coffin I was saying. I think have this smells that Kris was talking about. I'd just be happy to lay down for a little bit.
God, how uncomfortable is it for the actor that they're laying on? Because it doesn't look like there's a lot of room there.
Mm-mm. They're laying on 2 people. Are they laying on 2 people? No. Okay.
No, I think it's.
It was fake blood. I thought it was someone's hair. And you have to. Here's the thing: you have to be aware you're laying on a person, right? You could feel it.
Yeah. Couple of hours now.
That coffin is very stinky. Taylor agrees. Yeah.
Duct Schoolhouse is a good haunt.
You know that one?
Yeah. It's in Ohio.
Oh, that's right. We've got some paranormal friends in here too watching. I'm hoping you guys get to meet up and go on a tour or investigation. They're laying on dead body. No, they're not dead body. I think that's supposed to be the gist of it. Though. That's an actor.
This person.
She's done. She's been done since the beginning. She's been crying like
Yeah.
And she was one of the ones that looked really, really traumatized in the exit interview. Her too. This is another one.
She's been done.
I just don't know, like, at what point... I get if you're... Like, I'd love to talk to some more haunt actors in general. Because I know these are not professional haunt actors in this haunt we're watching right now. But as a haunt actor, I wonder if a haunt actor watching this, like a professional haunt actor would watch this and be like, when does it get old? Someone just, like, sobbing. And just so over it, you know? When is it no longer enjoyable for the actor, you know? Like, good, we got the scare, but I don't know.
I'm sure we could facilitate that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well we've got tons of friends too, like not McKamey Manor related, that are just haunt actors. I'd love to hear their perspective. Oh, yeah. I can't see your face that well, but I'm giving you a wink, Josh.
Oh,
are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned, you guys. We do have some really cool stuff that we're going to be covering in the future.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My only toes lighting really doesn't do me very well with the
it's okay.
facial expression.
I'm also in my closet, and I have a tiny laptop, so I have to, like, I can hardly see anything.
You're in a closet? Is that what you said?
Here we go. This is a good... Here, I am in a closet. This is a good comment from a haunt actor. A general sense of concern starts about a minute of nonstop sobbing. Like, that's what I would think if I was working at a haunt and, like, someone...
Yeah.
For, like, a good 60 seconds was clearly not okay. I'd be like...
Oh.
Oops. Just trying to unpin that. Sorry. The cool baby light. Baby light?
So... Oh. That coffin just doesn't look like it could hold 2 people, does it?
I wonder if I could tip this and show people I'm really in a closet. No, it's not meant for 2 people. Can you see my closet?
Oh my God, you are literally in a closet.
I'm literally in a closet.
Is that your safe space for the creepy
It's
stuff?
a cool setup, though.
It is. I would have never guessed you were in a closet, honestly.
Yeah. And I've got, like, soundboards all up here that have, like, mountains painted on them.
So that was the
Damn, you want to be my interior decorator?
Let's look. Oh, can you scroll back a little? I just want to see those banners, that banner underneath at the very end. Yeah, what does that say?
So,
Pause.
unfortunately, when it's
New
paused...
location, more extreme, open year-round, reservations only.
Yep.
2013. So next episode, which I would assume would be next week, but we kind of threw you guys off.
Well, we got the holiday next week.
Oh, then we have the holiday. What
So,
holidays next week?
We'll try to get it in early.
What holiday is next week?
Christmas.
Christmas is not next week.
Yeah, I think you might be a
days.
little off there. It's like week after next.
Chris,
a little
don't
over.
give me a flipping heart attack. Hold on.
You guys gotta get on my schedule. Um,
Christmas. Whew. Christmas is not next week. It is a week,
Close enough.
and it is pretty damn close. And I've done literally nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 Mondays.
2 Mondays. I think we should go live on Christmas Day.
I think that we shouldn't. So,
Yeah, there will be a break. There's obviously going to be some sort of a break. But 2013, the year that nothing happened, and we'll explain why on our next episode. And not only that, but we've got a very, very interesting panel interview that Russ did at Scare LA in 2013, in that off year, and he did it with the owner of, help me out here, Chris, Blackout. One of the owners of Blackout, and the owner of
I gotta look at the
something in LA or
no, I think it was Hell's
Las
Gate.
Vegas.
I think it was Hell's Gate with
In Las Vegas?
Victim. Yeah, with Victim.
Yeah. So real haunts, right? And extreme haunts and Russ. We're on this panel, and it's a very interesting watch. I do ask that you guys please hold off in searching for it and join us, and let's talk about it together in real time on our next episode, which I don't know what we'll call that. The missing year, maybe? It's not a home hot year.
Missing year. So Josh, did you have anything that you wanted to say before we end this at all?
Well, since I just kind of joined in here without discussing what you guys were cool with first, probably not, because I don't want to spill too many beans, and you know I'm notorious for that. So,
I'm too.
yeah, so
Josh and I are bad. We both have, like, we've realized we both have memory issues, and we both give spoilers. So Chris and Brandon are like our wranglers, I feel like, but we make a good team. We really do make a good team. We've been getting a lot of stuff done. Huge thanks to Josh, seriously, and you guys will see why. If you don't already, you'll see why soon. Big addition to our team, and we're really, really grateful to have you here and have you back in the fight.
Not tonight, Discovery Hunts. I can't do it tonight.
No, it's been a week. It's been a week.
I do want to say thank you guys for having me on tonight, though. It's definitely extremely weird being the only one mobile right now, but I'm going to work to fix that first of the year.
Josh, turn your phone sideways.
What? That's mean.
Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, it does.
Oh no, that's even worse. What is going on here?
No, if you okay. Well, I'm just saying it doesn't matter if you're on a cell phone. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are on a cell phone, if you're on a laptop, if you're on a huge ass ginormous computer that we brought to West Virginia.
What? Come on.
What?
I think I just need to fix my Only Toes background here that Brandon so graciously brought up about.
I
So,
love it. He's just
and then
jealous.
I think we'll fix.
He is just jealous
So-
that he doesn't have Christmas lights at his house. I have lights in my house all year long.
Seriously,
Anybody who
though,
knows me knows that this has been my background since day one. Like,
It's the OG
literally
background.
since day one. Like, it's OG.
He's just
Some
jealous.
things never change.
We'll handle this. We'll handle this behind the camera, guys.
Yeah.
But
We'll make sure he gets an apology from Brandon Vance. Chris,
thank
sorry.
you for
Yeah.
everybody watching. We still got 64 watching with us right now. This was a long ride tonight, and we appreciate all the support from everybody. If you are not in the new Facebook group, McKamey Manor Road Trip is the group to go to on Facebook. I know some people have been having troubles because of a Facebook bug going on right now. People have sent me videos where they just keep clicking the join button and it does nothing. So
Did you make a community post?
no, I didn't.
You need to do that.
Okay.
Or give me access so that I can do it for you.
Yeah. So if that doesn't work, I'm hoping within a day or two it will start. But you can find the link to that Facebook group in the description of this video. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you can. No, we're not taking away from the serious nature of a show. I just find that would be disrespectful. So with that, thank you all and have a good one. Bye.